Hi, I'm Olivia Omer.
And I'm MC Landel, and we are your hosts for the next 15 minutes of Blue Jay Journal TV.
Here's a look at what's coming up in this episode.
The use of marijuana is on the rise in America. We will take a look at that issue.
We are going outdoors for a little time with some special animals in Stanton, Missouri.
And we are going to learn more about a place that assists local children with social, emotional, and educational issues.
Those three stories and much more are coming your way.
Blue Jay Journal TV starts right now. Pot. It's one three-letter word that leads to local and national debate. Should it be legalized or should it be outlawed? No matter what side you are on for the issue, one thing can be said. More and more people are smoking it, and Washington is no exception. Jessica Hamlet has the story.
I think majority of our students do it.
It definitely exists.
When you're walking through the hallways, you can hear a lot of people talking about it.
I hear people talk about it at parties.
So many people are doing it now that it's starting to become a norm.
You see a lot of people posting stuff about it on social media.
On November 6, 2012, marijuana was legalized for recreational use in Colorado and Washington state. People over the age of 21 can possess up to an ounce of marijuana at a time. The use of marijuana is still illegal in Missouri, but students at Washington High School continue to use it anyway.
The first time I tried it, I was in my backyard. I was 12 or 13.
What got me started? Well, one of my buddies came over to my house and he brought it up to me. And first I was like, not really. Then I guess this one time I just was like, all right, I'll give it a shot.
I just do it to like relax myself or just hang out with friends if we're just like chilling, not doing anything.
Even though marijuana is still an illegal drug in Missouri, it is becoming easier to get a hold of, and the number of students using it is increasing.
I can get it any second of the day. Like whenever I want to, I can get it.
I could probably call up a couple of friends and find it within the next like 15 minutes.
The effects of marijuana include altered perceptions and mood, impaired coordination, difficulty with thinking and problem solving, and disrupted learning.
You know, I understand people say, oh man, you just get all relaxed and everything else. So you get all relaxed, your inhibitions get relaxed as well. And there's no telling what you're going to do.
Students have various reasons why they continue using this illegal substance.
I believe it keeps me sane. It makes me not as sad.
I'm just in a different state of mind, but it makes me feel good. It makes you calm and relaxed and not think so much.
However, not everyone likes being high. After using marijuana, some students decide it's just not worth it.
My parents were a big part of making me stop. You can try it once and do it, but I would not keep doing it. It's just going to slow you down.
Missouri is far from embracing the legalization of marijuana. Missouri has some of the harshest marijuana laws in the country. Possession of any amount of marijuana, even as little as a gram, can be punished by up to a year in prison and a $1,000 fine. Show Me Cannabis organizers said while they initially hoped to have a marijuana legalization proposal on Missouri's November ballot, they will instead postpone its efforts until the 2016 presidential election. Where do you stand on this issue? Tweet us at Blue Jay Journal with your opinions. For Blue Jay Journal TV, I'm Jessica Hamlet reporting.
We're 11-3 in duels and finished 7th in the state at the Class 3 state championships.
Here at Washington, the wrestling team did well this season. But what many people do not know is what it takes to be a wrestler.
Well, in wrestling, there's 14 weight classes. They go from 106 pounds to 285 pounds.
It takes a lot of dedication in order to maintain a wrestler's weight.
I mean, it's like some kids are able to just like eat whatever they want and then they'll stay at their weight. But then some people want to go down a weight class, so they just kind of like watch what they eat and then work out more.
No breakfast, no lunch, go to practice. After practice, drink a little bit of water and maybe have like a granola bar or something. That's if like you're cutting kind of hard. Like you can usually have like a fruit or something in between to speed up your metabolism so you lose more weight.
Oh baby, come on baby.
To some, weight cutting may seem intense, but practices take just as much dedication.
Coach just conditions us and gets ready at the beginning, and towards the middle we start learning technique and how to win in the matches. And then towards the end we do live matches.
They have to make sure they stay eligible and take care of their grades. They have weight management once they go through their certification process, and then we do strength and conditioning 3 days a week, and then added with our mat time.
With the hard work they put into their sport, the wrestlers would love to see more fans. So the next time you hear about a home wrestling meet, go and cheer on the Blue Jays for their hard work. For Blue Jay Journal, this is Carolyn Williams reporting.
Where can a parent go for help when their child has social, emotional, and educational issues? Natasha Fender found a local place that gives assistance to children with those needs. Here's the story.
Gateway offers classes for social skills and sensory input for children with developmental disabilities and some children that might just be a little bit socially awkward and need some help.
Nice job. It meets a need that exists in the community that can't be filled elsewhere, providing a great source of therapy for Evan and other kids like him.
The amount of children born with a disability increases yearly, making it essential to have places like Gateway.
In the case of my son, when he turned a year old, we started introducing solid foods to him and he stopped eating. So left to his own devices at 7 years old, he would still be eating Carnation instant breakfast. That's why Gateway is so important, because like in the case of my son, he doesn't qualify for eating therapy through the school district, but clearly he's food averse.
We're not hindered by red tape. You don't have to have a diagnosis to come in here. We can see anybody that is in need of help.
They are devoted to your kids here.
Evan was diagnosed with autism at the age of 2. Not only has Evan physically grown, his emotional development has grown too.
If it weren't for the staff at Gateway, I don't think Evan would have made near the progress that he has.
No, not at all. He would grunt, he would point, he would do everything, and he never talked. They worked so heavily on feelings here. Within a year, he was like a different kid. Little things to some people are huge for kids like Evan. Whenever he first said, "I love you," because he couldn't talk.
When he first said, "Mommy" or "Daddy."
Yeah, that was huge. They definitely do wonderful things here, for sure. And Evan, he's an awesome kid.
If you would like to learn more about Gateway or are interested in volunteering, you can contact them at 636-583-0788, or you can visit their website. For Blue Jay Journal TV, I am Natasha Fender reporting.
What is it like attending high school in a different country? It's hard to imagine, but MC Landell recently sat down with 2 teens to discuss being a foreign exchange student. She has the scoop in this story.
In Swedish, it's Anna Rådberg.
In English, we call her Anna Radberg. Anna is a Swedish foreign exchange student at WHS.
I love the US. I've been here before. I've always had this vision about I want to go to the US and I want to find like a lot of good friends and just like have the time of my life.
But before all of that could happen, Anna had to make friends. Luckily, she had no trouble at all.
I actually met Anna through peer helping. So I kind of like went up to her and I was like, hey, you want to hang out? And so ever since then, we've been buddies.
With all of her American friends, Anna has certainly found her place in the United States.
Right now, when I'm living here, I just feel like I could do this on a permanent basis, but I can definitely see myself living here because I love it here.
While there are thousands of foreign exchange students like Anna who come to the United States, there's one WHS student who decided to leave America behind.
I went to San Juan, Argentina, which is right next to the Andes Mountains. And actually, when I arrived in Buenos Aires, I had to take a 16-hour bus ride from Buenos Aires to my city.
Diana's host family did not speak any English, so at first, it was difficult for her to communicate.
It was really frustrating. Sometimes definitely at the beginning, I felt like almost like a baby. It was hard, but I got through and everyone was there to help me. I didn't feel alone.
With the help from her host family, Diana became fluent in Spanish. But while in Argentina, she learned much more than just a new language.
I learned that, to accept more openly, not to judge, and that everyone is different and you can't go throughout your life having grudges. Before I came to Argentina, I was a lot more stressed out with school and more uptight with time and everything, but after going there, I relaxed.
But all good things must come to an end, and at the end of the year, the foreign exchange students have to go back home.
I try to not think about that too much because that's gonna be hard. Yeah, I don't want to leave because I don't know when I'm gonna go back.
She's one of the greatest friends that I've ever had. I mean, it's kind of hard to think of things without her now.
Diana has already made the trip back home, and Anna will soon do the same. But no matter how far away they are, the relationships they have made will last the distance.
It's gonna be weird to come back to my Swedish life because now I'm used to this and I like this a lot, and I've found so many people here that I want to leave.
For Blue Jay Journal TV, I'm MC Landel reporting.
You may think it's just a yearbook.
You may think it's just a newspaper.
You may think it's just a television program.
But the truth is, studies show high school journalism students have higher GPAs and ACT scores.
They also have a higher success rate once they are in college.
Consider making room in your schedule for newspaper, yearbook, or broadcast.
The benefits will stick with you for a lifetime.
The Riverside Wildlife Center in Stanton, Missouri, opened its doors to the public in 1994. Located right next to Merrimack Caverns, it offers guests the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to get up close and personal with exotic animals not native to Missouri.
I don't know if I can do that. You can.
Don't forget to breathe.
There's a lot of animals. We have close to 300 animals here.
The center is home to snakes, alligators, birds, lemurs, wolves, tigers, and one very friendly lion.
Yeah, you're a good boy.
I like Leo. He's my buddy. As far as personality-wise, I like Leo the best.
Over the course of a tour, visitors are given the rare opportunity to handle multiple reptiles.
You want to hold them? That's pretty much They're very soft.
Another thing that makes Riverside unique is that it serves as a refuge for unwanted animals as well as a wildlife exhibit.
Probably over half of the animals that we get are people's pets, or were people's pets. And they don't want them anymore. Alligators especially. Most of the alligators we get that way. People get them as pets and they don't realize what they get themselves into when they buy them.
Riverside Wildlife Center is open year-round and only costs $5 for admission. If you are interested in paying them a visit, you can call them at 573-927-6253 or visit their website at www.riversidewildlifecenter.com. For Blue Jay Journal TV, I'm Olivia Omer, reporting.
Want to hold a bigger one? Sure?
We want to thank you so much for watching our show. Remember, you can find us online at www.bluejayjournal.com.
And don't forget to follow us on Twitter at Blue Jay Journal and like us on Facebook at Blue Jay Journal TV.
I'm MC Landolt, along with Olivia Omer, signing off for one last time.
That's right, MC is moving on to KU next year to become a Jayhawk. But don't worry, I'll be back next year to bring you more stories from our school and community.
With that being said, it's time for us to say, Have a great day, Washington!